The atmosphere at Manchester's Co-op Live Arena was electric. Thousands of enthusiastic fans cheered and waved signs and phones as Chris Brown took the stage. However, this was more than just another concert. It marked the beginning of Chris Brown's Breezy Bowl XX, a celebration of his 20-year career, all while overshadowed by legal troubles that would typically overwhelm most artists. Yet, Chris walked on stage with the same vibrant confidence he's had since he was 16, when Run It catapulted him to fame. Welcome to celebrity rap life, where the red carpets never roll up and the spotlight never fades. The rewards are legendary. Because in celebrity rap life, every downfall can become a comeback, and every headline tells a deeper story. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next. Instead of shying away from the controversy surrounding him, Brown confronted them head-on with humor. "Thank you to the jail," he quipped, flashing a mischievous smile as the audience erupted in laughter. This remark encapsulated the tumultuous yet fascinating nature of Chris Brown's career, a controversial talent who manages to flourish despite the chaos. This performance was more than just a show, it was a declaration. At 36, Brown is no stranger to scandal. Just days before his Manchester performance, he had been in a holding cell in Salford, arrested on allegations stemming from a 2023 incident involving a nightclub assault with a tequila bottle. He had recently posted an astonishing £5 million bail to secure his release. Yet there he was on stage, not shying away from the narrative, but integrating it into his performance. Chris Brown, despite his numerous legal, personal, and public struggles, knows how to seize the moment. As the packed Manchester crowd cheered for him, a video montage played overhead, showcasing his career highlights, music videos, and red carpet appearances, alongside news clips from outside the Manchester courthouse after his arrest. The audience didn't react negatively. Instead, they cheered, showing their loyalty and affection. The court footage didn't mar the evening. It became part of the story, illustrating an artist who refuses to be defeated. This resilience has defined the legacy of Chris Brown's Breezy Bowl XX tour. 2 decades into a career that many doubted would survive his early controversies, Brown remains a powerful presence in the music industry. With hits like With You, Freaky Friday, Turn Up the Music, and Under the Influence, he has maintained a strong influence on culture, boasting 19 UK top 10 hits and numerous awards, including the Best Male R&B/Pop Artist at the BET Awards in Los Angeles just last week. However, while the music continues, so do the legal issues. This Friday, Brown is set to appear in court in London alongside his co-defendant, Omololu Akinlolu, known in the hip-hop scene as Hoodie Baby. They face charges of grievous bodily harm, allegedly stemming from an incident during a night out in 2023, where Brown is accused of attacking a music producer with a tequila bottle in a London nightclub. He has not yet entered a plea. Upon his return to the UK last month, detectives from London's Metropolitan Police acted swiftly. They went to his hotel in Salford, where they arrested and held the singer. Brown would spend almost a week in custody before a judge agreed to release him on bail, contingent upon him paying a staggering £5 million security deposit. The amount garnered significant media attention, with many questioning how the court could permit a defendant in such a serious case to continue a nationwide tour. However, the judge decided that Brown's performances, which had been booked and contracted well in advance, could go ahead under strict conditions. If he breaches his bail, the security deposit could be forfeited. This ruling allowed Brown to kick off the European leg of his tour, starting with a packed show in Amsterdam and moving on to major UK cities like Manchester, Cardiff, London, Birmingham, and Glasgow. For many artists, such serious legal issues would overshadow their careers, but for Chris Brown, the turmoil seems to fuel his performance. When he took the stage in Manchester, he didn't appear to be a man under stress. Instead, he looked like a performer in his prime. As the crowd heard Run It, the opening song that made him famous, they were instantly transported back to 2005, when Chris was a teenage sensation full of potential. Now, in 2025, the situation is more complicated. His hair is shorter, his voice rougher, and his dance moves sharper. He has matured, sometimes gracefully, sometimes not, but undeniably so. The audience danced, cried, and sang along through tears. The nostalgia was palpable, but so was the current energy. He delivered exactly what the audience wanted. One hit after another, he performed with dramatic flair, With You, Forever, No Guidance, Loyal, Don't Wake Me Up. The hits came quickly and relentlessly. The choreography was precise, and the production was grand. He was fully engaged, celebrating even as the media scrutiny loomed. This tension between the artist and the man has been a constant in Brown's career. After his 2009 conviction for assaulting his then-girlfriend Rihanna, many predicted his downfall, and he faced significant backlash. Yet, despite it all, Chris Brown continued to make music, and fans, whether out of forgiveness or fascination, kept listening. Now, after 2 decades in the industry, he still attracts large crowds and sets streaming records. However, with each new achievement comes increased scrutiny, and his UK tour is no different. Critics question whether someone facing serious assault charges should be allowed to tour, while supporters argue that everyone deserves due process and a chance to work. Meanwhile, fans simply want the music. They buy tickets, fill arenas, and cheer when he makes jokes about his legal troubles. The next destination is Cardiff's Principality Stadium, where Brown is set to perform on Thursday night before heading to court in London the following day. It's an unusual schedule, one night under stage lights, the next under courtroom scrutiny. After the hearing, he has 2 major shows planned at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, followed by stops in Birmingham, Glasgow, and back to Manchester for 2 final performances. Each show has already sparked significant interest. Regardless of how the legal matters unfold, the tour continues, for now. What's particularly intriguing is the contradiction in Brown's current situation. He is both a lasting figure in R&B and a man facing legal challenges. He's celebrated at the BET Awards and summoned to court. Few artists could navigate such a delicate balance, but Brown embodies this paradox. Some fans view him as misunderstood, while others see him as irredeemable. Yet, in the concert arena, with the music pumping and fans dancing as if it were 2005, he transforms into something entirely different, a star. He's not perfect, not innocent, and certainly not forgettable. He's the artist who jokes about jail as if it's just another tour stop, the performer who flashes his mugshot on screen before seamlessly transitioning into fine china. He's a Grammy winner who approaches court dates with dance moves and enthusiasm. The implications for his legacy are complex. If Brown is found guilty, it could significantly impact his career. If he's acquitted, he will likely continue his strategy of seeking redemption through performance, a path he has followed for over a decade. Regardless, public opinion will shape his fate, influenced by court rulings and concert reviews. For now, Chris Brown is doing what he excels at, performing amidst the turmoil. He's dancing on the edge, embodying contradictions, and making every venue feel like the calm in the storm. Whether that storm will engulf him or clear his way is yet to be determined. But in Manchester, on a night when the weight of headlines loomed large, the focus remained on the music, and the man who, against all odds, keeps playing. This story is far from over, and the truth is still unfolding. I want to hear what you think. Drop your take in the comments. And if you don't want to miss the next twist, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next.